Tamim al-Dari, who had embraced Islam, he used to be a Christian, embraced Islam, an Arab. He got up and he said, we were in a ship and a huge storm hit us. And we were lost until our ship reached an island. We entered the island. He says, a beast came to us on this island. It had so much hair on it that we could not tell the front from its back. Which was its head, which was its tail. We didn't know. And we said, Waylaki ma anti. Woe to you, what are you? Never seen a creature like you before. And she spoke. The beast said, Ana al-jassasa. They said, Wama al-jassasa? What is this al-jassasa? And then the beast said, Ayyuha al-qawm, people. Intaliqu ila hadha al-rajul fi ad-dayr. Come to this man who is waiting for you in a dayr. A dayr was known in those days as being like a place where people used to worship. And he said, there is a man who is waiting for your news anxiously. They said, we ran away from the beast immediately thinking it was a jinn. We entered this hut that was set for worship. And suddenly we saw in front of us a person, a man who was the biggest in build that we have yet to have seen. His arms were wrapped to his neck with chains like this. And his head and arms were also chained together to his knees, to his legs, like this. So he can just look up, and he's chained up really well, couldn't move. We said, what are you? And he said, you are able to hurt me because I'm chained up. So it's my right to ask, who are you first? They said, very well. We are people from the Arabs. We set sail in our ship and a storm hit us until we became lost and landed on this island. We came to this island and we found this beast that came to us that had so much hair on it, and it led us to you. They said, we got afraid of this man and we didn't feel safe around him. However, the man said to us, tell me about the palm trees of Baysan. Baysan is a city in Jordan. He wanted to know whether there were palm trees planted in there a lot. We said, what do you exactly want to know about Baysan in Jordan? He said, I ask you, are there more palm trees and have they be filled with dates or not yet? They said, yes, it is full of palm trees and full of dates, more than many other places in what we know. He said, soon its palm trees and dates will become scarce, will no longer give fruits. Today, really, in Jordan, dates are scarce now. It used to be in history, abundance. Now listen. He said, now explain to me about Buhayra Tabariyya. You know what Tabariyya is? Which ocean, which sea that is? Okay, the Tabariyya Sea. It's also close to Asham. They said, what do you want to know about it? He said, does it have water in it? They said, yes, there's lots of water. He said, soon its water is going to go away. It's not going to exist anymore. And truly today, the water has gone drier than before. Then he asked them, he said, tell me about Zaghar fountain. Zaghar fountain, probably about 3 days journey if you wanted to walk away from Jerusalem, Bayt al-Maqdis, that's where that fountain is. So basically in what we call Israel today. They said, what do you want to know about this fountain? He said, well, is there a large fountain and do people plant a lot of vegetation around it and it gives a lot of water yet? They said, yes, it's got a lot of water and its people plant a lot. Tell me about a prophet who is ummi, who is illiterate, cannot read or write. What has he done? They said he has come out in Mecca and now he lives in Yathrib, in Medina. He asked them, have his people fought him? They said yes. He said, what did he do? They said he was driven out by his own people. But he went to another Arab, the Yathrib people, and those who embraced Islam with him, and they obeyed him. This man said to them, really? Has that really happened? They said yes. He said, أَمَا إِنَّ ذَاكَ خَيْرٌ لَهُمْ أَن يُطِيعُوهُ. He said, behold, it is better for those people who obey him to keep on obeying him. He's actually supporting the Prophet ﷺ. وَإِنِّي مُخْبِرُكُمْ عَنِّي. Now I'm going to tell you about myself. إِنِّي أَنَا الْمَسِيحِ. I am Christ. Isa alayhi salam. وَإِنِّي أُوشَكُ أَن يُؤْذَنَ لِي فِي الْخُرُوجِ فَأَخْرُجْ. He said, now very soon, based on the signs you've showed me, I'm going to be given permission to leave and I'm going to come out. فَأَسِيرُ فِي الْأَرْضِ. I will walk throughout the land. فَلَا أَدَعْ قَرْيَةً إِلَّا هَبَطْتُهَا فِي 40 لَيْلَةً. He said, there wouldn't be a village or a city or a place on earth except that I would have reached it. All in 40 days. The whole world in 40 days. غَيْرَ مَكَّةَ وَطِيبَةَ. All except two places, Mecca and Tiba, Medina. فَهُمَا مُحَرَّمَتَانِ عَلَيَّ كِلْتَاهُمَا. He said, they are both forbidden for me to enter. Now when we say he enters, it means he conquers, takes over. He owns it. كُلَّمَا أَرَدْتُ أَنْ أَدْخُلَ وَاحِدًا. He goes, every time I wanted to come into one of them, an angel will stand guard holding a sword, and he will prevent me from entering Mecca and Medina. Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam started grabbing his stick and sort of he put it close to his hip, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and then he began to hit the ground with it like this. But he was sort of tense, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Something very important. He was really tense about it, and he hit the floor and he said, "Ala hadihi tiba." Behold, everyone, this is Tiba. Meaning he's pointing, this is Medina. He's in Medina, he's saying, this is Tiba, which you are in right now. He said, didn't I tell you that this man will come out and not be able to enter this land? They said, yes, Ya Rasulullah, because he had told them a lot about it before. He said, the hadith of Tamim ad-Dari, wallahi, amazed me as he told me about him. Because it's the same as what I used to tell you about Mecca and Medina. Behold, ad-dajjal is somewhere near the oceans, on an island somewhere towards the east of Medina. Somewhere there, he said, in one of those oceans. Min qibal al-mashriq ma hu, towards the east somewhere. So even the Prophet ﷺ doesn't know exactly where he is, but in that direction. So it's close to the Middle East at the moment. So Allahu A'lam, ad-dajjal will first arise in Asham, in the Middle East area. And which gives a lot of, sense that the Jews will be the first to follow him because they are waiting for their Messiah to come. They don't believe that Isa alayhi salam was it. And they don't want to accept Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So they'll be the first to follow ad-dajjal. They say, he is the real Isa. As for the Christians, they believe in the coming of Isa alayhi salam. Because they've mixed up their scriptures, they will think that this is the man. And because he will say, I am Isa, they will ask for him, they will ask for miracles, and he will do these miracles. Some of them won't be convinced. See, afterwards he'll say that I am God. Ana ilahukum. And then they'll say, what proof do you have? He said, only God can raise the dead. He said, okay, what if I raise your parents from the dead? They said, yes, we'll believe you're God. So he will be able to get the jinns, the shayateen, to work for him, and he will raise them to become, to look like their parents, and they will speak to them. And so the people, non-Muslim people and the weak Muslims will follow him.